Hi everyone, I'm Nick.
I'm Jean-Luc.
And we're the Wellness Warriors.
Also known as the WW Gays.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday, March 21st.
First day of spring.
Yay! And we've been enjoying the warm weather. Oh my god.
The official springtime is here.
Yep.
We are less likely to get snow. As I say, less likely because it's still a possibility because we live in Canada. And we're in Toronto. And for those of you north of us, we apologize. I know you guys still might get snow.
I grew up in Sudbury. I remember snow in May. So
yes.
it happens. It happens up there. So we've been enjoying the spring weather. We've had a great weekend, been planning a lot about the Power 3 retreat. A lot of work on that this weekend. We met with the whole team yesterday. We're so excited. I see the people in the room right now that are coming, and you guys, there's so much stuff happening. We're almost up to $2,000 worth of prizes now. We got more prizes added this weekend. So we have tons of prizes. We have these games we're playing. We're going to be playing never have I ever water drinking game.
Or beverage of your choice. We're all adults. We can have a drink if you want to.
We're going to be playing 21 questions. We're going to be having a dance party, a launch party. You name it. We're so excited for next weekend, guys. Like it's warm to our heart. If you have no plans next weekend, you want to join us, there's still time to register. We're actually going to be going live this week on Facebook explaining the whole retreat.
Yeah,
and there's one thing that we want to talk about.
You can also join us tomorrow night with Antonetta at a body. So if you've never done a body class, it's a low impact walking class. If you're interested, send us a personal message on Facebook and we can send you the access. Send us an email.
www.gays@gmail.com. So if you want to try a body tomorrow with us, just
tomorrow evening at 6:30 p.m.
Eastern time. And so about the retreat too. So one thing I wanted to mention about the retreat, a lot of people have been sending us messages. Well, I'm busy on Saturday. I'm only available Friday and Sunday. So that means I can't come. No, the unique thing about the retreat is that every single event is live streamed to a private Facebook group. So that means that if you join and say you can't do Friday night, you can watch Friday night, Saturday morning. You can actually watch the sessions at different times. So if you, for example, listen to the session, you loved it so much, it's recorded, you can watch it again. So you don't have to worry about missing notes. You don't have to worry about missing anything. You can actually do the entire weekend 2 weeks later if you wanted to. That's one of the cool things that we've added as part of the retreat. So again, we can't
we can't explain how it makes us feel to put something like this together and also be able to share it with all of you and just understand that power of community that's been created when we create these weekends of focused discussions. It really does empower every single one of us, and it allows us to learn even more so
today's a special episode because we have some guests with us. We'll get to them in a few seconds because I think Jean-Luc going to turn that on.
Yes.
One thing we're trying to do tonight, which is we've never done this before. We're going to film one of our episodes live to you guys. So one of our videos on YouTube, one of our series called "Do We Like the Way It Tastes?" We got some new snacks sent to us. I'll go get it. You get that ready. You keep talking though.
Yeah. So we got some snacks sent to us from WW. WW's like, okay, can you try these snacks out? We really like you to try these snacks out. We're like, sure, we can do this. We love to try new snacks.
There's a theme.
The funny thing, watch this.
There's a theme, right?
So snack number 1, raspberry and chocolate.
Mini bar.
2 points. Chocolate.
Number 2. Triple decker chocolate. Bar.
2 points.
2 points.
Number 3.
Cafe mocha. 3 points.
3 points. Yet again, chocolate.
So I can't try any of them. We're going to have some fun. We're actually going to film in front of you guys right now, Facebook and YouTube and everyone. Basically, we're going to film the episode live. He's going to try these 3 products live on camera right now. And we have to do it all within a minute. We want to try to do it all in a minute. So I'm going to talk while he tastes. So
I'm not liking this. I just realized they're all for me, but that means I get all the points then. This is not fair.
We'll be talking about that in a bit, guys. We'll be talking about the points situation in a bit. March on track wasn't really March on track last 2 days.
It's still March on track if we keep tracking. Well, yeah, we'll talk about that.
We'll talk about that in a bit. So you ready to start, hon?
I am.
Okay, so how's the video?
You want to open these so that way they're
already ready to go. Okay.
Like we're really
planning this to be like a minute long, okay?
I feel like they wait. Oh my god, okay, we're done. Bye.
So if anybody's looking to buy these products, they're in Canada.
Yeah.
So we don't know if they're available in the States. If you do know they're available in Canada at the WW shop, that's where we order them to get them sent to us. And so let's try this. Let's see how good they are.
Let's show the boxes too.
Yeah, so the boxes are, I'll be showing them on the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready?
Tell me which one you're going to go for, which one you're going to have first. Okay.
So you start the camera.
Yes. This is very weird that we're filming this with all.
Okay. Hi, I'm Nick.
I'm Jean-Luc.
And we're do it again. Take 2. This happens often. Yeah. Okay, ready?
We always only get our intro and our names messed up. We're really good with everything else we say. It's really weird.
Hi, I'm Nick.
I'm Jean-Luc.
And we're the Wellness Warriors, or the WWE Gays.
And this is an episode of
Do We Like the Way It Tastes? Well, really, it's Do I Like the Way It Tastes?
Do I like the way? Let's see if I like it. Because guess what? It's all chocolate, and Nick doesn't eat chocolate.
So first one is Dark Chocolate Bar, a WWE snack. It is 2 points on all 3 programs. How is it, hun?
I like it.
You like it?
Mm-hmm.
How would you get it again?
It's not as sweet as I was expecting it to be, but
okay, second one.
I'm not a raspberry fan, but it's
so,
good.
Triple Decker Chocolate WWE Bar. So that one is 2 points.
We're doing this fast because we have 40 seconds to go.
Go, go, go. How's that one?
That's a keeper. Yeah, okay. Definitely.
Okay, so you get that one again?
Mm-hmm.
All right, number 3. So that one was the Triple Decker Chocolate. The last one is Cafe Mocha. Go ahead, hun.
Oh, that's good.
Is that good?
Yeah.
And that one's for 3 points.
That's 3 points.
Yeah.
This is not sweet at all. There's no sweetness to it whatsoever.
So
it's
you
really
like
good.
all 3?
I do.
So he likes the way it tastes. Woo! Okay, so we did it. So
I think we were a little bit over.
Yeah, that's okay. We'll fix it when we post edit. I'll fix it all. But we did it. 1 minute.
It is more mocha than coffee.
Yeah.
But I don't mind that, actually. I think I actually like that. And it's not like I was expecting it to be uber sweet. That's what I was expecting my mouth. And when after eating the 2 first chocolate ones, tasting this, I was like, wow, I think this is my favorite out of the 3.
So people are saying on Facebook that everything's frozen. So let me fix that.
We're frozen on Facebook.
So I'm going to restart the feed. So give me 1 minute. You can keep talking though. You want to do celebrations?
Oh, yes. Let's bring people up.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Hello.
But start celebrations. Yeah,
we will start doing that.
So share your celebrations, everyone.
Let's start sharing some celebrations in chat. There we go. And then.
Oh my God, look at my face.
You are spotlighted, girl.
Woo, it's all me.
And then I think I'm going in order here that I see you guys. Hello. Where's Patricia?
She's in there somewhere. I saw her.
Patricia. Did I skip her? I look at her. I have to see her sitting sideways because I know she is.
I saw her knitting a few minutes ago.
She's there. It's just Jean-Luc is blind and can't see.
And also, you guys need to spotlight yourselves.
And oh yeah, we haven't even spotlighted us.
So
it's about
just
you guys
talk.
today.
I'll fix this, hon. Go ahead.
So we are looking for some celebrations. Hi, ladies. How are you this evening? So let's start off with the 4 of you, since you're all being spotlighted right now. Who out of the 4 of you, any celebrations? Anything you want to just say about this week? Go for it.
I lost
Kim.
2.4 pounds.
Yay,
Kim.
I actually had a couple of days where I was it was not good, but I was able to recover and still lost 0.8. So I'm happy with that.
Amazing.
Awesome.
I after spending 2 months in Florida, I came back 5 pounds lighter. So that was pretty amazing. Yeah. But more importantly than that, which meant so much more, was the fact that the last 3 days of my vacation, I couldn't exercise because of an injury, and I had to take the time off. And the fact that the day after I got back from Florida, I've resumed my activity, but obviously indoors. And I joined Antonetta's. I bought a card this week, and I've been doing her workout all week. So I'm very happy with that.
That's awesome. I'm so happy that you're home and you're safe, and you're like, you left 5 pounds in Florida.
I did. Awesome. Yes. And came home fully vaccinated, and that too.
Jealous.
Yeah,
jealous about that.
Yes, they'll vaccinate a monkey down there. It's amazing. They just want everybody and everything vaccinated that walks and moves and breathes. So yes, I was very lucky.
And how about you, Madam Patricia, who says she's feeling amazing?
Well, actually, my scale is put away at the moment, electively. My injury was trying to flare up a couple of weeks ago, and it didn't derail me. It derailed me physically and a bit mentally, but I kept pushing through. But what was really hard is I was limited in my exercise again, and I was finding that really hard. And so my mindset was a bit messed up, and it took me most of this week to fix it. But I do have a huge non-scale victory. I bought a pair of size 10 pants last week because the 12s looked really big. Well, the size 10 pants, even though I avoided the scale, zip up and button up. I haven't worn a size 10 in, oh my God, over 20 years, I'm sure.
Oh my
amazing.
God. Awesome.
That's
No wonder
amazing.
you feel amazing.
I got size 10 pants yesterday too that actually fit me as well. So, and size 10 probably was when I was 14 was the last time I did size 10. So you're looking
Yes,
30
that was
over
only
30
5
years ago.
I was going to say that was only 5 years ago.
Yeah, I wish it was 5 years ago. That's 35 years ago, 34 years ago.
So ladies, so I see a lot of people celebrating in chat. Thank you so much. And keep sharing your celebrations on Facebook. We're back live now, so I fixed the stream on Facebook. So hi everyone again on Facebook. I don't know what happened, but it's working now. I want to start off. So welcome all four ladies and say thank you first off for helping us run the group.
You guys basically are the backbone to that group.
Yeah, because we learned a long time ago when we first started, it was like 20 people, approving posts. Actually, back then we had no approval process.
No,
anybody could join. It was free for all.
And
And then it started getting a little bit busier. We're like, we can't let this be free for all.
Well,
So
we
let's
wanted to make sure that we were monitoring what was being said in the group somewhat.
Yeah,
Like, we
somewhat.
want people to post. We love people when post, but sometimes we didn't want anyone to come in with negativity. Being negative and sending negativity is different. So we wanted to make sure that everything felt appropriate for the group. And so we had to bring in people.
So that's why we have these four lovely ladies. They, along the way, agreed to join us to help us in certain ways. Each of them joined at different times. I think Rosie and Kim, you guys were at the same time though, right? Roughly,
Yeah.
you guys became at the same time. But Melanie, I think, was you were one of the first admins, and then Patricia, you came recently, joined the team as well. And you know what? We don't really, when we pick admins, it's because we get a relationship, we become friends with people, and we start trusting people. And we're like, you know what? This person they like, contributing to the group, so maybe we make them an admin so that they keep adding. And that's what we did with all three of you, all four of you.
And when it comes to, for example, Patricia, she posts so many amazing inspirational posts that every time she would throw something up there, I was like, why do I need to say, yes, this is, after I saw, I'm like, she knows what she's doing. And she obviously knows where this group needs to be and what the group wants to hear. So it was just one of those automatic, not even a second
And
guess.
someone just said they love Kim's morning hellos.
Kim's morning hellos.
And then Rosie, her videos, her jogging videos, whenever she's doing some dancing at the grocery store, all these things add to the community we have. So we couldn't do it without all four of you. So the first thing I actually wanted to ask each of you is one at a time. So we'll start with Rosie first. Well, I want to ask you first, introduce yourself, where you're from, a bit about your journey, where you started, what your current mindset on your journey is. And the last thing I want you to talk about is, what is your greatest skill? That's a topic this week at WW. It's about finding your greatest skill to help you on your journey. So Rosie, you're up first.
So I am Rosie. I'm from Toronto. My journey, I had been overweight probably since I started puberty at the age of 9, which was back in the 80s, was unusually not something you heard of. And I have since found out that I had a hormonal imbalance called PCOS, polycystic ovary syndrome. I know a few other people in the group, I think I know have it. One of their things, it's a hormonal imbalance where obesity is, and it becomes one part of the issue. First Weight Watchers was when I was 15. The 15-year-old doesn't really want to spend their time focused on that. So then it wasn't until, I like to refer to it as turn of the century, when I started going to Weight Watchers at first. My highest I ever was 315 pounds. and I lost over 100 at that point and eventually slowed down. And then 2 years ago, I joined again after having done my measurements on my birthday, and it got me really upset. And I said, okay, now it's time to do something. And so I joined almost 2 years ago in April. I've lost, currently I'm at 67 pounds. I had lost 75 before, but it's a number and it's all eventually going to go down. My head frame is, the focus for me is the psychology, and that's a lot of the videos I do are about psychology, the psychology of why I behave the way why I eat the way I do, why it doesn't stick. A lot of it has to do with, you know, obviously psychological issues and body images. And I used to identify as the fat chick. I'm sure we all have those moments. And I understood that the moment I identified as the fat chick, if I don't let go of that as something that I can identify as, then I will just go back to that. So it's working on rejigging all of that in my life to make and I don't see myself as the fat chick anymore. It's not an identifier at all. And yes, I know there's much more to me than that. And
no,
so,
but I love that, Rosie. I love how you're saying it's like you're really focusing on remodeling exactly. You're redefining who you are.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And the fact is that for me, food is a psychological thing. It's about shame. It's about depression. It's about celebration. There's such a shame to it. So working through all of this stuff that I've worked through in the last 2 years, food really for me, I don't snack a lot. I don't crave things that I used to crave all the time. And food is really about fueling my body, which is the purpose of food. It's not about fueling and comforting me anymore. And so that's a big thing. And my greatest skill is I know Nick is an organized. I know how Nick likes to organize. I'm an organizer like Nick is. And so, for example, I was doing working on an election in 2019 or 2018. Gosh, so long. I had planned every meal for the month that we were doing the run of that, including having stuff prepped. I was bang on. I mean, that's how and if I wasn't organized and I wasn't prepped food-wise, that would be probably where things would go downhill for me.
I love that.
I love that because I love you sharing that, because I think that's what this week is about at WWE, is finding what skills you're good at to then apply them to your life. And you just said it right there. Your organization skill allowed you to do that, plan for that month. So that's amazing.
And making sure that you apply that major skill to other aspects of your journey, not just to certain aspects, but to every aspect. Love that. Thank you so much for sharing, Rosie.
No worries.
So next, we'll ask for Melanie to share next. So Melanie, same question, a little bit about you, where you're from, how we met, even if you want, just give backstory, and then your journey, and then your best skill, right, that you identify with.
Okay, so I'm from Toronto, and I was a WW coach for 17 years. I think it's been at least 2 years, maybe 2.5 years since I haven't, or 2 years, since I haven't worked with WW. WW when I was
she's frozen.
She's
first child. He's 6 years. And interesting in that. Oh, am I frozen?
Yeah,
you were.
Here?
We can hear you.
You're coming and going.
Am I back?
No.
Oh no.
I think it's the Toronto area, because we're having a hard time on our end too. Kim, we'll come right back to you.
Am I back?
No, not yet.
I'm gonna move rooms.
Okay. Well, in the meantime, Kim, you want to go ahead and present your story, and then we'll come back to Melanie when she finds a better connection, because I think we were having connection problems too, because I saw us flashing out as well.
Okay. Well, I live in a little town called Wanapate. It's just outside of Sudbury. And I started my journey 3 years ago. Well, I shouldn't say that. I'm a repeat offender as well. But I basically rejoined 3 years ago, and I've been plagued with a lot of problems. I'm a migrainer. I've been chronic for over 12 years now. And in the last year, I have been battling, it turns out, 2 herniated discs in my back, which has really derailed my weight loss process. But I'm looking at it as it's a healing journey, and I'm trying to get back to where I was before all of this happened. So I'm just trying to be really kind to myself and remember that just to, as Paula always says, just to try and do better. So that's my big thing. I'm just working on always doing, the best that I can. Some days not so good, others much better. So, it's working. I'm losing again. I'm at 29 pounds down, so we're good.
Yay!
So it's coming.
That's awesome, Kim. And what would be your greatest skill? What would be your greatest skill?
Oh.
Strength.
Your strength or skill. Yeah, strength or skill. It doesn't have to be something you're good at. It could just be something that, I'm very this, or I'm very...
Well, my strength really is when I was doing your recipes, typing out your stuff. I love doing it, and I'm a data entry, so because I'm in sales and I enter orders all day, so I'm fast and I'm good. So
for those of you who don't know, most of the recipes on our website were written by Kim.
Yeah, she wrote them out for us.
Actually went through most of our recipe videos. And to this day, when we release a new video for a recipe, she's actually takes it and writes out the recipe for us because we're just too busy. We don't like writing. I don't know if you guys have noticed that.
We don't
write.
We're not journalers.
We're not journalers. We're very video. There's another skill we know. We're good at videoing, not writing.
And Jana Wood just actually said something in chat about you, Kim, saying that you are the historical fact queen.
Oh, that's true too.
Yes,
I love facts.
It's so true. You're always giving us facts about certain things, about foods, about stuff. Even when we did our live cooking show, that was you right away that said, okay, I'm going to learn where cranberries come from, or blah, blah, blah. And I love that you do stuff like that. That's fantastic.
Thanks so much, Kim.
Thank you, Kim.
We'll go back to Melanie now. So I think you're better now because you're actually moving. You're no longer like going.
I'm moving around. I should keep moving.
Yeah. You're actually moving around now.
Okay,
go ahead.
I can't remember the last thing that you guys heard, but I think I was saying that I worked for WW for 17 years.
Right there.
And it was fantastic. I mean, it helped me along my journey, but my journey's taken a little bit of a turn over the last year. And this is going to sound really crazy. And you're all going to say, oh my gosh, what is she doing on this Zoom call? Because she's not following WW. But we are the wellness warriors, as you said, and anything goes, right? I started intermittent fasting. Last Saturday, I had what I call my 1-year fastiversary. I started intermittent fasting a year ago. I loosely still follow WW in my eating window, but I eat within an eating window. I fast for anywhere from 17 to 19 hours a day. And then I have my eating window. And I have to tell you the changes that I've seen. First of all, the stress on thinking about what I'm going to eat at every meal has now gone away for me, and having to think about, okay, can I eat this? Can't I eat this? Should I eat this? Shouldn't I eat this? When my window is open, I can just enjoy whatever I want to eat. So the major changes that I have seen in myself is my energy levels, my migraines that I used to get. My body has totally changed. I've lost 15 pounds in a year, which doesn't sound a lot, but I was almost at my goal anyways. But my body has completely changed 100%. Like it's so different than it was.
And I love that you bring this up, Mel, because someone in the group this week posted a question asking, do you guys always eat when you're not hungry? Like, do you guys force yourself to eat points? And we ourselves are actually, sometimes we do fast as well.
Yeah.
Saturdays
breakfast is a meal that we don't often eat because we're not hungry in the morning.
So we stopped having it. Another thing it happens often for us through Saturdays because we're so busy. We don't tend to eat till dinner. That happens often for us on Saturdays. So we do sometimes fast as well.
And it's not like we do it purposefully, but sometimes it has happened, which never used to be.
Yeah.
There was never a time where, or we would binge and then we would go on binging. But I wanted to actually just mention something real quick, Mel, because Mel actually, when we approached Mel and asked her to be part of this, she personally reached out to us and said, guys, are you sure you want me to be there since I'm really not following WW exactly like everybody else is? And we said yes. First of all, we love the fact that she wanted to be respectful and asked us, I'm okay with not being there if it's not going to follow what you guys want to do as far as the whole WW story. But we are firm believers in, as we all know, Antonetta says, right? You do you. We will never, ever judge anyone for whatever they're doing, as long as we say, you don't force it upon anybody else.
Yes.
But if someone approaches you, questions.
But isn't the whole thing about this group, the whole thing is it's not a WW group. It happens that most of us, a lot of us are WW members, but it's not a WW group.
Exactly. And you know what? I was a WW member for I'm a lifetime member. I still believe in the program. I think it's a fantastic program. Listen, I wouldn't work for the company for 17 years if I didn't believe in the program. And I think it's a great program. But for me now, the way I want to live my life, this works for me now. And that's what I want to do. And it makes me feel better. And and that's, people will say, oh my gosh, how can you not eat breakfast? And I'm like, it works. It totally works for me. When my window closes at 7:00 after I'm finished my dinner, the thought of food doesn't even cross my mind anymore. My window is closed. I'm done for the night and it's fine. And then until I eat the next day, and it works. So that's basically where my journey has taken me now. It's been a year. I can't see myself ever going back because it's been such a positive experience for me. And I'm enjoying.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, Kim, for sure.
You were commenting that you were a migrainer, and then I know for me, I have to be very careful about how long I go between meals. So with you fasting for that length of time, didn't that affect your migraines?
Not at all. Not at all. For me, during doing the fasting, the most important part is not what you eat when your window is open. It's what you don't eat when your window is closed. So what I can eat, what I can have when my window is closed, is water, sparkling water, black coffee, and black tea. And that's it. So the coffee part is where I used to get headaches if I didn't drink a cup of coffee. But listen, I'm not going to say I never get a migraine, but I don't get 10 migraines a month now. And the medication that I take, I don't have to take as much. I have degenerative disc problems in my neck, which I don't have anymore. There's been so many physical components from the inside that have healed within me, and it's taken time. And that's the other thing I learned about a journey, a lifestyle, is that you're not going to see changes overnight. If you think you're going to see changes, if you think you're going to see the pounds just fall off and whatever, with any program, the slower the pounds come off, the more sustainable and long lasting it is. So
the sooner it is, the longer it lasts.
The slower it is, the longer it lasts.
And it makes sense when you think about it, right? I remember being a kid and eating things in tiny little bites because I didn't want it to go away. I didn't want to eat it all in one bite because it would be gone. Same concept, right?
So Melanie, what would be your greatest strength or skill?
So I think my greatest skill is cooking, which has totally helped me along my journey for the last 18 years. I love to cook. I love to try new things. And I think the fact that I enjoy food so much and I want to make different things and make exciting things and all that, makes my journey so much more enjoyable. So
And
that's
your food. We've partaken to your cooking, so we agree.
No complaints.
No complaints.
no
We agree.
complaints there. But the other thing is my you said my strength, and you said something else. There was something else you asked. Anyways, I'm not afraid to try anything. I'm a risk taker. That is a big thing in my life. I'm a risk taker. I'm not afraid to try anything or do anything. So
That's amazing.
I love that.
Love
Yeah.
that.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for sharing, Mel.
if anybody has any questions, I'm not like you said, as you said, Jean-Luc and Nick, I'm not going to push this on anyone. If anyone is interested
You
in
know what I'll
asking,
do? You know what I'll do, Melanie? In the group, there's a new feature now in Facebook groups called Q&A. So what I'll do is I'll create a question saying, do you have a question about intermittent fasting? And I'll tag you. So if anybody asks any questions, they can ask you below so you can provide answers if anybody wants to.
Because I've read numerous books and I've done all the research and I have a lot of information up here about it. So I can answer questions if anybody's interested. So again, I'm not going to push it on anyone, but if anybody wants it, I'm here. So
Like we say, we're not, like we said, we are the wellness warriors. A lot of people thought our WWE meant Weight Watchers. There is a lot of Weight Watchers in us because we do follow the program, but
that's where our success came from.
But we're never going to say to someone, you can't join our group because you're not a member.
Yeah, because you're not a WWE member.
It's not being inclusive. It does not matter. If you want to be healthy, join us. Yeah. That's what we're about. It's about being healthy, being well, mind, body, and soul. Right?
Yeah, definitely, 100%.
Patricia.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Patricia.
So same question. Introduce yourself, your journey, where you're from, and then maybe how you your strength skill, please.
Okay. I'm from Winnipeg, Manitoba, born and raised, have lived here pretty much my whole life. My WW journey. Well, it's been interesting, and you're going to learn a few things that I don't think you know about me yet. My weight, I was always carrying a few extra pounds most of my life, but it was manageable. Then in 2006, I was sick, but I didn't know it. And I was losing weight rapidly without even trying. And I finally went to my doctor after trying. I was a nurse and trying to take care of myself. He almost killed me, but he said, you're doing a fine enough job of that yourself. My hemoglobin was 57, which is half of the low of normal. And he took me off of work and I was put into the hospital and I was diagnosed with cancer. And they found the cancer by fluke when they did my hysterectomy. And the oncologist said, you're blessed because he said, this is a very bad cancer that could have spread, but because your doctor did the surgery the old-fashioned way where he opened me up, he thought he saw something and he called the oncologist, who was his best friend, to come to the OR. And 1 minute I was awake and the next minute I was asleep, like I was having a spinal anesthesia. And being a nurse, I thought, okay, something happened and no one's talking, no one's looking at me when they woke me up. So anyways, I found out that I had the cancer. I needed chemo, radiation. And that is when I started gaining weight because of the medications I had to take. I was put on steroids and I could eat 27 hours out of 24 and never feel satisfied. It was awful, but the medication was needed. And I didn't really care about the weight. At the beginning, I was underweight anyways. And while I was successfully cured of that cancer, and while I was in follow-up, I was diagnosed with a second cancer. Actually, I had felt something in my breast, and my oncologist for my other issue, within 2 weeks, I was in an OR again, and having breast removal and reconstructive surgery. And I was blessed. It was in my glands. So I was cured with the surgery. All my lymph nodes were negative. So I am very thankful. He wanted to write an article about me. He said he's never had a patient successfully cured and having fun being treated for one cancer and another being discovered. Like, yeah, it sort of was pretty freaked out. But by that point, I was at my highest weight. I was close to 220 pounds. When I was in the hospital, I was in the 130s. So over 2 years, I gained like almost 100 pounds. And I was frustrated. I managed to lose a bit of it on my own. And I kept going to Weight Watchers, and I lost very slowly, even being overweight. And I kept quitting within a month or two. I didn't go to workshops. I didn't understand community or any of that. So I'd start, stop, start. The last time I restarted was after I retired young. Being a nurse, you can retire when you have your magic 80. So I retired December 31st, 2016. And my gift to myself was I was starting Weight Watchers and Zumba in January. Well, I ended up starting Weight Watchers in February, but I started Zumba. And I said to myself, you are not quitting ever again. This is not your style to quit. You have no excuses. You have all the time in the world, and you're going to do this. And so I attended workshops regularly. I built my my team. I met Jana when she was already there. She was into year 2 of her journey. I don't know how it happened, but we became extremely close friends, as you know. And now we shared our journey professionally as well. But the thing, and you were saying, what are my strengths? Well, determination has always been a strength of mine, but I ignored it. And I'm a real people person. That's one of my skills. I love people. And I just wanted to share, for those of you who can't always put a face to those quotes, this is it. This is the person who does your morning quotes every day. How that started, I was doing it on my RWW page for my Facebook group, Winnipeg, Manitoba. And then I had the pleasure of meeting Jean-Luc and Nick. Who says COVID is bad? I would not have this new family if it wasn't for COVID. Yeah. COVID brought me Jean-Luc and Nick and all of you. And so I thought, well, I should share these posts with these guys too. And I started doing that. And if you're curious as to how I pick my posts every day, part of it is what's going on in my head. Part of it is what I hear in workshops, because I'm coaching again on Wednesdays, and plus I'm co-hosting on Sundays with Jana, and then Tuesday mornings. And I have members who check in with me privately, who follow me on Facebook and connect. So I sort of go with how I'm feeling, how I think everybody's feeling. And I may not comment on everybody on the pages all the time, but I'm reading. And I sort of take what seems to be the burning question. I try to find something to answer it. And then these guys got tired of approving me 3 times a day and asked me to join the crew.
It was so funny because I remember we asked you, you're like, I remember because you were like, am I doing it? You almost felt like you were like, am I doing it too much? Is that why?
No,
it was like,
don't stop.
We love you doing it. It's just that maybe we made you a moderator, it would be a little easier on the rest of us, because we were so happy. What the thing is that running the group is a group effort. Like it's not, if we were the only ones doing it, it would not work as well, because we don't have time to devote ourselves 124 hours a day, 7 days a week, all the time. So by having Rosie, Kim, Melanie, and Patricia be along for and helping us, they provide content. Example, Rosie, her videos, like I talked about earlier, Rosie's videos, Kim's morning minutes, Kim's corner on Tuesdays. That's basically a staple now in the group. Patricia's morning quotes, and Melanie even has her own Facebook group, Mel's Diners. She's amazing with recipes. We've done lives with Melanie, even in our group and on our Facebook, on our YouTube page, on our YouTube channel. So we've created this, these other people to join us. And so
we always say it's a network, right?
It's a network.
It's creating
community.
That spider web. And one thing that I want to say, Patricia, I want to thank you for being so vulnerable and sharing this with us this evening. It's not easy to talk about things like this.
Yeah.
And my word for you, I would have said fighter.
Yeah.
You are a fighter.
That's what I was going to say too.
You did not let
Total
anything
fighter.
get in your way. As much as you know, there was probably things that you think were in your way, but look at where you've come from. You are a walking miracle, and we are all blessed and lucky to have you as part of this family, because it goes to show you that when you really believe and want and earn for something, it can happen for you. It really does. And it's the power of positivity. It's the power of, supporting each other and finding that tribe.
Yeah.
I have another name for Patricia. She's a warrior.
Yep.
Definitely.
A wellness
She
warrior.
is a warrior, yes, in my books for sure. She's so tough and in a good way, tough.
Guys, I'm a people person and I love helping people, but I try to stay out of the spotlight too much, and I don't share a lot about myself. Not that I'm hiding anything, but I'm always trying to help everyone else and make their journey better. But tonight you gave me the platform, so I thought tonight I will let it all out.
But what can I say though, Patricia, that's sharing sometimes you don't know, like we don't know this about you, and I know it's because you want to help people, but sharing that story does help people. And I mean, I share what I do because I think maybe something I say and what I'm working on in my videos can help people, because a lot of people are going through mental issues that they're going through. So I really sharing does help people more than you know. It's a different kind, but I get the idea of wanting to be behind. I do that as well, and most of what I do is I prefer to be back out of it.
So while we keep chatting, if anybody in Zoom wants to ask questions to these lovely ladies, so I do see Devin and Naomi are there right now, but if you have any questions, just raise your virtual hand and we'll have you come up. So I'll actually start with Devin first.
Yep.
Hi, Devin.
Hi, boys. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm finishing my raspberry snack.
Love your shirt, by the way, Nick. Looks nice on you.
I ate them all.
So, Patricia, was this a hard thing for you, what you had to go through on your journey when you had to do this whole chemo thing?
The hardest part wasn't the chemo, it was the radiation. I only had to receive one chemo drug to improve the effectiveness of the radiation. The radiation almost killed me. The side effects and the chronic issues. I used to have a nickname for cancer treatment. They have to kill you to cure you. And so that was the hard part, Devin, was the radiation.
Awesome question, Devin. How are you doing this week? Did you have a good week?
Well, nothing exciting new, but I've been tracking and staying on track and pay attention to the tips that you guys were saying last week, and been working on the binder. It's coming out really good. So I've been tracking and doing everything that I can.
Awesome.
That's amazing, Devin. We always love you sharing every week. Thanks for raising your hand again.
You're welcome. Love you, boys.
Coming to Kim's Corner on Tuesday. I always look forward to seeing.
Absolutely, Kim. I'm always happy to be there, and I love seeing you on Tuesday nights because I love you all so much.
Love you too, Devin. Talk to you soon.
And I'm not gonna lie, guys, Devin is in this Zoom room before anybody. She is the first person in line every Sunday night. She's there even before the room opens.
So we did have a question in chat that Gwen asked, how did you all meet us?
Oh,
how did you meet the boys? So I like this question because I know all the stories except for Patricia. Patricia, I'm not exactly 100% sure how. I know it was a workshop, I think.
Well, it was a Zoom workshop of some kind.
So we'll start with Melanie first. Melanie.
So I think the first time I met you is I went to a workshop at Bathurst and St. Clair on a Sunday morning, and I just came back from the WW cruise, right? My first or second one, I don't remember. and I said, oh my gosh, you guys have to go on this cruise. You'd be amazing. Oh, anyways, we kind of hit it off. And then you were going to meet Kevin at another workshop afterwards. And
Is that the
anyway,
same day?
Yes.
We
Then
had
I-
just met you that day.
You don't remember
Yes.
that?
Then I started stalking you. And then I think the second time I showed up at your workshop, it was Nick's birthday. And here I am. I think I've met you once at Baby Village. I showed up with a whole bunch of balloons and all these like WW snacks that I love, kind of like WW friendly snacks that I love. And then we just like hit it off. And then
we went on a cruise together.
Yeah.
and then you guys came to Florida and hung out with me in Florida. And we went on a cruise together.
And that's actually funny, Mel, because Mel said she had told us about the WW cruise, and that day, for those of you who know, we were able to do a WW cruise, and we were told about it on the same day that Mel had just told us about a WW cruise. So,
Which
like,
is kind
Yeah.
of odd.
kind of whatever weird things that happened. Oh wow, that's so funny.
So
Yeah.
Patricia, we'll go with you next. How did you meet us? Like,
I think it was one of your first times coming to Jana's
Winnipeg.
workshop
yeah,
last
I think
year.
So too. I think so too.
That's when I think I met you. And then I started following you and hanging out in your group. And then you came to one of my workshops when I was coaching, and we've just been bonding ever since.
Yeah, I remember that workshop with Jana because we talked about, because Jana did a Have You Met episode with us, and we talked about when we first met her. And I remember because she's the first time we did, she's like, "You guys can come to Winnipeg. I do barbecues
Yes,
every
'cause
year."
Yeah, and I remember we even said she had talked about that party you guys usually have at her house for all the WW members, because she has this huge deck.
No,
Something
that's
like
up at the lake at
The
Lisa.
lake, okay.
At Lisa's. Yeah.
Oh,
we have a big
Yeah,
Okay.
That's why I was like, there's something with the stories. I was like, yeah, okay. But yeah, it's like, I did not remember. Cool. And there's another question in chat, and I'm going to ask you right now. When do you coach exactly, Patricia? Because someone was asking in chat for you and Jana what time when you guys coach.
Jana hosts, and I am her support Sunday mornings at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock Eastern time is check-in. 11:30 is the workshop. And then Tuesday mornings, Zoom support with Lisa at 8 a.m. Winnipeg time. So 9 a.m. is check-in. 9:30 is the workshop. And I just started coaching again Wednesdays at 5:45 your time, workshop 6:15 your time. In Winnipeg.
And you know what? If to make it easier, if you're part of our group and if you want to post those times in the group later, Patricia, that'd be great, so people can actually jump into your workshops.
We'll ask now Kim next. How did you meet us? And I know how you met us in person. I know that story because I was there. But in terms of before that.
Well, it was funny because it was it was in a Weight Watchers meeting. One of you guys were going to be coming in person, and I was chatting with one of my friends there, and I'm like, who are these the WW gays? And she says, oh, they're really good. They've got a YouTube channel. You got to go check it out. So, and that's what I did, and then I started. And of course, I'm also one who started stalking them. So, and then that led to me with the day where we ended up getting together. I reached out to Rosie to see if she wanted to meet up, and then thought, well, if I'm going to meet Rosie, let's see if we can get the boys to meet up. And that's how it all kind of came together. So
I remember that too.
I also remember that, but I'm going to wait till Rosie says her, and then I have something that I'm going to say after, because it's kind of funny.
Go ahead, Rosie.
So I joined Weight Watchers. A week later, these two fine gentlemen showed up at my meeting to talk. And they were taking a photo of themselves in the window, in the mirror, because it's the cooking school room at the Loblaws I go to. And I ran up and stuck my head up and shoved my face into their photo. And then I started following them because it was moving. So I followed them. And what particularly moved me was they were doing their cruise that they were doing. And they each did these individual, they talk about in the middle of this cruise. Nick starts this whole thing. Starts crying about how it's so nice to be able to do this trip with Jean-Luc, because Jean-Luc couldn't barely walk in this, and they never thought they'd be able to travel. And then the next video is Jean-Luc crying and saying almost the exact same thing. It was adorable, and it really moved me.
You know, and then funny? I was in the middle. I just want to cut before you keep going. Just one thing, that during those two videos, you missed the between part because you guys never got to see this. But he caught me filming myself alone, and when he caught me, I said, "You can't watch it. You can't." And he kept bugging me. He's like, "Fine, I'll record my own too."
And you're not allowed to watch.
And you're not allowed to watch it either. And that's what happened with that. So
and that really moved me because it was really lovely. And then in the middle of, I was watching your Sunday night lives through YouTube while I was working on an election campaign. And one day I get this text from a message from Jean-Luc saying, "We think you're fabulous. Would you like to do a live show with us?" And I went, "Oh my God, sure." And we initially had said it would be there. I said, "I'm in the middle of an election right now, so I can't do it because I'm working this election." But Jean-Luc said, "Oh, well, we would do it after we've moved, probably not until the new year." And then Kim ended up messaging me saying I'm coming to town, and the rest was history.
And this is where I was going to say, which is the funny thing, is Kim and Rosie, who are newer friends of ours, have seen our new home when friends that we've known for 20 years.
My mom is the only family member, and his aunt and Mel has seen our condo. Most of our friends have, because we moved in and that was it. We got locked down. So no one's seen our condo.
I love that though. It's so funny that we have these little, it's so cool that we have these little pieces of history when you really think about it, right? Like these little intricate little moments of meeting are so important. So go back to those moments all the time and cherish those moments, because those are huge in your life. Those moments where you meet someone that's impacted you. And I'll be honest, I never thought that I was going to ever have an impact on someone's life before. I never did. I never thought that that was even possible. Now I know I have. And I'm not saying that I've changed all of your lives, but I know that a little piece of me is in every single one of you.
But a little piece of you is in us. Like you've changed us as well along the way. So it's kind of like, again, the community thing.
One of the things that was wild about that night too is that it felt like we've known each other forever.
Yes.
You know, and that it was just really natural. And that's actually the night you asked us to be your moderators.
Yeah, that is the night. And so, Nick, I don't know if you saw this in here, but Alice asked how we met, because Alice actually just started following us today. She was in a workshop.
We visited her workshop. I think it was in Illinois today.
I think so, yeah. And she asked how we met.
Or New York, one of the two.
So we do have a video of that meeting, Alice, which we'll share, but we'll give you the Coles Note version because all of these people heard it so many times. But we met in a Yahoo chat room 13 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
14 soon.
No, it's going on 13 this year.
Yeah, 13 this year.
Yeah,
13 this year.
13 this year. Don't make it go any faster.
Sorry, it feels like it's been 30. But
hi, this is the Jean-Luc show.
But yeah, we met online and we found out that my best friend in high school is his second cousin. And so we went on a date and we've been together ever since. We've never been apart. We've actually been together 24/7, 365 days in a row now. More than that now. March 13th was a 1-year anniversary.
I keep telling him I had a 15-year plan. We still have 3 years.
It was 1 year plan, then 2 year, then 10 year. It keeps growing the plan.
I think the problem is he grows on me, so I can't get rid of him that quickly. It's like he keeps growing on me.
Exactly. So
I'm going to add, get rid of this cute face.
I'm going to add Naomi in the mix here.
Mel wanted to say something too.
Oh, go ahead, Mel, first.
No, I just wanted to say, like, listening to you guys talk and hearing everybody's stories and seeing the commitment and that everyone makes to be here. Like, I know this whole year of COVID has been so brutal for so many in so many different ways, but the silver lining is the unbelievable friendships that we have made and the connections that we would never have made because everybody would be busy with their lives. Everybody would be doing other things. And the fact that we all can come together and just make it all about us and we all have something in common and is just such an amazing, amazing silver lining. But quickly, I just have to give a shout out to Scott from California, who I know here every week. Scott, I'm not sure if you remember, but we used to do Sue's Walk 15 class almost every day on the deck, and you were awesome. So I just wanted to give him a shout out.
Oh, that's awesome.
While Mel was talking, you kind of made me remember. Remember, guys, February 2022. Don't forget, February 2022. Keep remembering that. Save that time frame.
Did I say Mexico? I'm sorry, I wasn't supposed to say that. Was I? Mexico. Let's say
Mexico.
February 2022.
So we're hoping that this virtual world that we've created can be all live, where we all get
an
to meet each other.
resort.
Can you imagine all the elements together?
Antonetta's in on this. This is the Antonetta thing that she's been talking about for a year. But let's just say Antonetta, Jean-Luc, and Nick are working on this now.
Working on this for sure.
Already in the works.
It's in the works. We've already gotten emails going back and forth. We've had
already got the travel agents involved.
Exactly.
So it's not like it's not going to happen. This is
happening. We want this to be the biggest bash ever. Can you imagine if we can book an entire resort in Mexico and all of us are all WA members and we're all just wellness members, body members, just all of us just meeting together. And we've all been on Zoom for over a year, never actually got the hug, and now we get to all meet and just be together.
No, but we'll all be 6 feet apart at the resort. Hi, how are you? But I'm in the same
But
room.
when we actually hug, everyone will be like, what the heck is wrong with everybody?
I'm trying to breathe funny.
Yeah.
Trying. We'll have
No,
vaccine.
it was very, very funny. But I just wanted to say a couple things, just comment on a few things that you guys said, because like the community is so important and it's been amazing. And like, I know for me, there's so many people, I don't want to cry. Sorry, it's been an emotional couple of days. It's been like, I wouldn't, there's so many people, including you guys, I would not have met if it wasn't for this. Right. And as Mel said, like, this is the beauty, and you guys said it also, this is a beautiful silver lining and everything. And like, we all have a common bond. And something that Mel said earlier that really stuck with me, it reminded me when Jean-Luc and Nick and I talked during my interview, that you can't force this on anybody, right? Like, and I had talked about that in my interview, that we had, a friend of mine had said, how do we get other people to like have that inspiration that you did? And I'm like, no matter what you do, what you say, until they have that aha moment, you can't force them, no matter how well you mean. And like, I also just want to say, Patricia, I was the type of person that like didn't really share much of my journey at the beginning. I would share little tidbits, and it wasn't until the virtual, and specifically Jean-Luc and Nick, that I really felt like comfortable to share it that much more. There are parts that I still don't share, but for the most part I do. And if it wasn't for this, I don't know if I would have. And they remind me all the time, as we remind each other, like, we inspire other people by sharing our journeys, right? And we 100%. All have the common bond. We're all in this together, right?
We're all in this together. We're all here to support each other. And I think that's what's really important to remember, is that, you know what? No one knows anybody's entire story. This was a thing we saw. And again, this is an entire story.
Thank you, Naomi.
You're welcome. Thank you.
This part of somebody's story, and this is the part that we all know. Don't forget, this is not just that one person. They have so much more behind them. So always remember to speak with respect and love.
Don't assume negative.
Cherish our differences and assume positivity, not negativity.
Exactly. So we are running short on time. So anybody in Zoom has your hand up, we will get back to you right after we go off the air. So keep your hands up, please. So we
haven't even admitted to all the bad stuff that, well, no, not bad.
Not bad.
Unplanned stuff we did this
weekend. We had Thai food last night
and Swiss Chalet on Friday. And yes, it was not tracked. So our March on Track was untracked for 2 days, but it's back on track as of tomorrow.
Because we haven't tracked today
either. But again, it's not about perfection, right? It's about us knowing that we can get back to it. And that's what we're planning to do. We're getting back to it.
So this week we visited workshops.
We did not lose this week. I gained 3.7 pounds this week.
I gained 2.2, and that's okay. We filmed our weigh-in video. We did a nice little song with it.
We did.
We've gotten a lot of compliments on that. We've gotten song requests. We got "Oops, I Did It Again." So "Oops, we're weighing in again." La, la, right? Maybe. Or we got. What was the other one? "We Are Champions." We are weighing in,
my friends.
So we'll invent it. Yeah. What you guys don't know is that we literally invent these songs in the shower before we film for you guys.
Yeah.
We literally go shower. We say, what song are we doing this week? And we like,
just come up with
and
words.
we come up with words. And then when we come and film for you guys, that's why we mess up so much. We just made it up like 20 minutes before. So that's why we go a little crazy.
So just to give you a quick little recap, we had a new video come out on Saturday. It was one of our favorite things, the green giant fries and onion rings, which we adore.
So if you haven't seen it, I'll be posting it on social media this week, but it's on YouTube right now. And then
don't forget, we have another recipe coming out
this next Saturday. We have a recipe coming out for our Benagel recipe. So it's bagels made out of bananas and oats and quinoa flakes. They're 1 point each half, and we made some tonight. And they're right here. They're really cute. You can toast them.
And you can put them in a toaster, and they're really yummy, toasted with some PB&E.
And then you can make the 0 point cream cheese on that too, if you wanted to. We heard people talking about that earlier. So that's coming out next Saturday. Tomorrow, remember, we're doing a body with Antonetta. So if you want to join a class, just send us a message or post in the group. We'll send you the link.
Yep.
And next Friday
is the beginning of the Power 3 retreats. Take two.
And we're so excited. It's literally like, we can't wait.
Yes.
It's just, we keep talking about it.
Keep your eye out for some lives. We're going to go live with Antonetta this week. We're actually going to also introduce you to our laughter coaches.
Denise and Effie.
Yes, Denise and Effie. So if you're curious about laughter classes, which we will be doing a laughter class during the Power 3 retreat, check it out. If you want a little bit more information on Thursday night, I believe that's when they're going to be joining us on in a quick live chat.
Yeah, and so also on April 3rd is our next Have You Met with Wanda.
Wanda Fortier.
Yeah, so we'll be releasing her interview on that day, and then she'll be our special guest on April 11th as our chat. She'll be
as our co-host.
As our co-host. And we are off all of this week. We are not visiting any workshops because of the retreat. So we are going to be restarting workshop visits April 3rd. So we have no scheduled workshop visits. We might pop in. We're actually on vacation not this week, but the week after the retreat. We're actually taking a week off.
We're taking
our
4 days
Our
off.
First time off since
off of our real jobs.
Our
9 to 5
Our
jobs.
9 to 5 jobs.
Our 9 to 5 jobs.
We're finally taking a vacation after a year. So we're really looking forward to it.
Of 4 consecutive days.
Yeah, so that's happening.
Good Friday's on the Friday.
And that's basically it for today. So thank you so much for watching us. I do want to give Kim, Rosie, Mel, and Patricia a chance, first of all, to say goodbye. Share your handles if you want to, so people can find you on Connect or Instagram or Facebook. And then any parting words for each of you. So Kim, you want to go first?
Well, I guess I'll do goodbye.
Okay. Kim's Corner every Tuesday, right?
Kim's Corner every Tuesday. That's my handle on Connect, and Facebook. I'm Kim L. Amiot. So
awesome. And Patricia, you want to go next?
Goodbye. Thanks everyone for joining us and for listening. On Connect, I am patricia.t/_WW coach. On Instagram, I'm at Trish on a Journey. And on Facebook, I am just me, Patricia Timms. And my posts are in the WW Winnipeg, Manitoba group and on Jean-Luc and Nick's page, WW Warriors.
You can always find her on the Warriors. All 4 of them are on the Warriors page, so you can find them there as well.
And then Melanie, you want to go next?
Yeah. So anyways, thanks everyone. It was nice being this is like actually the first time I've actually shared my intermittent fasting story. I've always been so in the closet about it, right? Because I'm afraid that I'm going to be like, what do you mean you can't talk about intermittent fasting because everything is WW. I still go to virtual workshops, at least 2 a week, and I love them and everything, but I always felt guilty almost that I was hiding something. But you know what? I feel comfortable enough that I can share with this group what's working for me. And like I said, you have to do what works for you, and nobody will or nobody should judge you.
Yeah, agreed.
Love that.
And I put my Instagram and my Facebook stuff on the chat. So
you just wanted to say for those on YouTube who can't see the chat though, Mel, if you want to is it Mel's Diner, right?
Oh, yeah. So on Instagram, I'm Melanie Bells, MELANIEBELZ or Z if you're in the United States. And Mel's Diner 2019. And on Facebook, I'm Melanie Kuttner -Bells, KUTNER, but you can find me on Facebook through your page.
Our group. Yeah, perfect.
Oh, sorry, awesome. On Connect. Just gonna say on Connect, I'm Melanie Bells 17 in Canada and Melanie Bells 0517 in the US.
Awesome. She's everywhere like us. So that's.
I was going to say she gets around, but that would be inappropriate.
Hey,
love you
I'll
now.
try anything. I'm a risk taker.
Rosie, your turn.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us, people. And never be afraid to express yourself and join in the chat. We're really safe people. And we're lots of fun and really sweet. So you can find me on Facebook as Rosie Lewis, RosieLewis. On Facebook, on Instagram and the Connect, I'm Aunt Tallulah, which is AuntTallulah. And that's it.
So thanks so much
for coming out.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everyone, for joining us. If you enjoyed this episode of our Fireside Chat, please hit the like below. Please subscribe to our channel, and we will see you next week.
See you
and
next
I will
Sunday.
start sharing now our outro. So, yeah, I know. Music is coming. Everybody start dancing.
It's hard to dance.
Dancing in the street. I have to find the file. The file is lost.
Why did I get close?
I don't know why it got
Lost.
closed. Me.
No. Oh, we could have sang a song.
I know. I don't know why.
We could have duetted, Jean-Luc. We could have duetted.
That's okay. Hopefully everybody has a great Sunday night, and we will talk to you guys next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye.